You think I'll let you zone?
Baka.
Well, Radiant Black is doing something different with multiverse stories in that we get two versions of what would happen, and in issue 26B, we see how Nathan, who would become Radiant Black, deals with the invasion. It starts roughly the same with Chicago being invaded, but Nathan must issue the challenge and be ready for a fight. Nathan wants Marshall to stay put to be safe. The timeline is roughly the same with Nathan going to the ship to issue the challenge, but doesn't know how to open the door. Catalyst starts speaking, but Nathan doesn't understand what it's trying to say to him when it opens the doors to meet. Marshall appears and says that he can help or something with Nathan, that he doesn't need to do this alone. That's when the robot and Catalyst issue the challenge. It's computer language, so Nathan doesn't really know what they're saying to each other. The Radiant robot comes back and states that the challenge has been accepted and that the first trial is to protect the vessel or survive the assault. Marshall suggests that Nathan could lure the robots over to the army to thin them out, but Nathan believes that he can do this on his own without getting anyone potentially killed. Nathan leads the army of mechs to Lake Michigan to fight. Nathan does okay and leads them underwater. While surrounded, he increases the water pressure around him and crushes every robot in the area. After that, he leads what's left to a steel mill. Nathan compresses the molten metal there into balls and launches them, ripping the robots to pieces. There's one giant robot left and Nathan powers up to deal with the threat. This time Nathan compresses the destroyed mechs into projectiles and drills them into the giant mech, causing an explosion. Fully exhausted, the army decides to pick up Radiant Black, and as the comic ends, Radiant Black tells Karen that the Catalyst is testing him on everything from having the Radiant to should Earth even exist. But the officer tells the young hero to not overthink things because during war, you don't always make the correct decision. I do like how Kyle is showing off the strengths and weaknesses of Marshall or Nathan if they stayed as Radiant Black. Marshall, while not as imaginative with the Radiant powers, he knows when he should ask for help to have the best success at an objective. While we see Nathan here has imagination to spare on how to use the Radiant power for peak destructive potential being outnumbered, but has tunnel vision when he takes tasks on by himself and won't ask for help to make things easier for him. We see that while Nathan was smart enough to deal with the first challenge, he didn't think of a possibility that not all the mechs would chase after him and cause collateral damage to the city, killing civilians.